AI disruption isn't actually a technology problem. It's a leadership problem. Your team doesn't need you to know every tool, every prompt, or every integration. What they need is you, not in your most authentic state, but in your most responsible state. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. Why great leadership in the age of AI requires you to act as if. Act as if you're ready. Act as if the future is navigable. Act as if your team is capable, adaptable, resilient, and smart. Not in a fake it till you make it kind of way, in a regulate your nervous system so your team can regulate theirs kind of way. Let's get into the science. Why authenticity is overrated in times of disruption. We've all been sold the same leadership ideal. Just be authentic. Be yourself. But recent research is telling us something uncomfortable. Authenticity is not always good leadership. When leaders authentically show overwhelm, fear, uncertainty, frustration, hopelessness, it doesn't build trust. It spreads threat like wildfire. Because humans are biologically wired to mirror leaders' emotional states, meaning if the real, raw, authentic version of you is stressed and in a threat state, your team becomes stressed in a threat state as well. If you're anxious, they become anxious. This is emotional contagion. It's not psychology, it's physiology. And it's why leaders must choose their authenticity carefully, especially during AI disruption. AI requires innovation, experimentation, curiosity, and resilience. And a leader's emotional posture can either activate those skills or shut them down. Let me bring back one of my favorite demos, the violin analogy. If I put two violins tuned to one another in the same room, at the same frequency, and I pluck the string on one violin, the other one will vibrate the same note. No one touches it, it just resonates. And humans do the exact same thing. When a leader speaks with fear, the team vibrates with fear. When a leader speaks with curiosity, the team vibrates with curiosity. As a leader, your nervous system is setting the tone for the entire organization. In AI change, this matters more than ever because fear shuts down that prefrontal cortex. Curiosity opens it. You can't afford to be plucking the strings of fear, to broadcast overwhelm. Not because those emotions aren't real, but because they shut down the collective intelligence of the room. Act as if is not pretending, it's leading. Let's define this clearly. Act as if does not mean being fake. It does not mean hiding your humanity. It does not mean lying. It does not mean toxic positivity. Acting as if means this: choosing the emotional posture that best serves your team's nervous system. Act as if you can learn. Act as if this is figure-outable. Act as if the unknown is exciting. Act as if you trust your people to rise to the challenge. Your biology responds to posture. When you stand as if you're ready, you smile, your body begins to believe you. Your team believes you too. And this isn't pretend. This is leadership maturity. The authentic version of yourself may be scared, but it may also have some excitement. Channeling that excitement and acting as if there's an adventure to be had is exactly the authentic self that your team needs to see. Self-signaling research shows that your brain learns who you are by watching what you do. If you act overwhelmed, your brain labels you as overwhelmed. If you act curious, your brain labels you as curious. Your brain is looking to your body to decide what this means. If your body is hunched in and tightened up, your brain is going to read, oh, we're in threat mode. But if you consciously throw your shoulders back and put a smile on, those exact same signals, your brain will interpret differently and say, we're excited, even if you're still feeling that anxiety. Acting as if does three powerful things. First, it regulates your nervous system. So your breath, your posture, your tone, they all shift your biochemistry. Secondly, it reassures your team's nervous systems. They mirror your nonverbal leadership cues. And third, this reorients the entire organization toward possibility. Fear narrows, challenge expands. AI requires expansion. And this is not cognitive fluff. This is serious science, and it's essential for modern leadership. What music are you playing for your team? In every AI meeting, every rollout, every training, every conversation, you are plucking a string. You're setting the emotional frequency for your entire organization, and they're going to play that same note. So ask yourself, what music am I playing? Are you playing the music of fear, of defensiveness, overwhelm, rigidity, scarcity? Or are you playing from a place of curiosity, challenge, optimism, experimentation, resilience? Your team is going to match your note, not your words, not your slides, not your training modules, but your state. Leadership in the AI era isn't about having the right answers. It's about offering the right emotional signal. Here are some simple statements that pluck the right strings for your team. We'll begin with a statement that helps us show curiosity over fear. I don't know everything about this tool yet, but I'm excited to explore it and see what it can unlock for our team. The second statement is more about reframing stress as an opportunity. So try this one on. This is challenging. It must mean it matters, remembering that stress is a barometer for how much we care. The third one generates psychological safety. I trust this team to figure it out. This isn't a tiger, it's an opportunity. Small shifts in the language can regulate our nervous systems and create big shifts in our biology and our performance. AI disruption is not asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be responsible with your emotional influence. Your team is watching your posture. They're watching your breath, your tone, and tuning themselves to your frequency. So act as if the future is exciting and your team is capable, and that stress is energy and curiosity is fuel and change is possibility. This is not faking. This is great leadership. Stay curious, stay adaptive, stay human, and stay stressed, my friends. Just fear it a little less.